Hey there! Are you tired of seeing those pesky mole tunnels and mounds popping up in your beautiful yard? Trust me, I've been there too. Moles can be a real nuisance, digging up your lawn, destroying your gardens, and just generally making a mess of things. But don't worry, I've got some tips and tricks that can help you get rid of those little critters for good. Let's dive a little deeper into the different methods you can use to get rid of moles in your yard. Removing their food source is crucial in making your yard less appealing to moles. Moles love to feast on insects, grubs, and worms, so by eliminating these food sources, you're taking away a key reason for them to stick around. One effective way to target the grubs is by using insecticides or nematodes. Insecticides will kill off the grub population, while nematodes are microscopic roundworms that parasitize and kill the grubs. These products can be found at your local hardware store or gardening center, and they're relatively easy to apply across your lawn. Just be sure to follow the instructions carefully, as you don't want to accidentally harm other beneficial insects or your plants. In addition to chemical treatments, you can also take a more natural approach by planting certain types of flowers and plants that moles find them pleasant. For example, daffodils and marigolds contain compounds that moles find incredibly unpleasant, causing them to steer clear of areas where these plants are growing. The great thing about this method is that you're not only deterring the moles, but you're also adding some beautiful, colorful plants to your garden. By depriving the moles of their primary food sources, you can make your yard a much less attractive option for them to burrow and nest in. Next, let's talk about that castor oil spray. This is a fantastic, all-natural way to repel moles without resorting to harsh chemicals. The key is to use high-quality 2 tablespoons pure castor oil and mix it with 1 cup of water. Add 4 to 5 tablespoons of white vinegar and a few drops of dish soap. Pour the solution into a spray bottle and apply it directly to the mole tunnels and mounds in your yard. Be sure to get the spray into all the nooks and crannies, as you want to ensure the moles encounter the unpleasant scent no matter where they try to burrow. Reapply the castor oil spray every few weeks to maintain the deterrent effect, as the scent can fade over time. The vinegar helps the solution stick to the soil and last a bit longer, but you'll need to be diligent in reapplying it to keep the moles at bay. Now, if you're looking for a more physical barrier approach, installing mesh wire or hardware cloth around your garden and flower beds can be incredibly effective. The key is to bury the barrier deep enough, usually around 12 to 18 inches, so that the moles can't simply dig underneath it. When installing the physical barrier, be sure to overlap the edges and secure them tightly to the ground to eliminate any potential entry points. This creates a solid obstacle that they won't be able to burrow through, effectively keeping them out of those important areas. Another great option is the Victor Mole and Gopher Sonic Spike. It is a unique and humane device that uses sonic frequencies to drive moles and gophers away from your yard without causing them any harm. The device emits a series of irritating sounds that are specifically designed to target the sensitive hearing of these burrowing pests, making the area extremely unpleasant for them to inhabit. To use the Victor Mole and Gopher Sonic Spike, simply stick the device into the ground in the affected areas of your yard. The device will continuously emit irritating frequencies, creating an unpleasant environment that prompts the moles to seek out a new, more peaceful location to burrow and nest. Finally, let's talk about the mole repellent. The mole repellent is a unique product that uses a blend of natural ingredients to create a powerful scent-based deterrent for moles. To use the Wafamaha repellent, simply apply the liquid formula directly to the mole tunnels and mounds in your yard. The repellent will soak into the soil and create a scent barrier that moles will actively avoid. Unlike some other methods that may temporarily deter the moles, the Wafamaha repellent is designed to provide long-lasting protection, with the irritating scent lingering in the soil for weeks or even months. Remember, the goal is to make your yard as unappealing as possible to the moles, whether it's by removing their food sources, creating physical barriers, or using natural repellents. With a little bit of diligence and the right strategies, you can say goodbye to those mole tunnels and mounds for good.